Shadows creep in darkest nights. Fear is rising out of sight. Haunted visions hide and seek. Doug's night terror's gonna freak. Whispers in the chilly air, ghostly faces everywhere. Hold on tight, don't close your eyes. Doug's night terrors full of surprise.
Welcome to Doug's Night Terrors, where I watch horror content before bed. And today I am watching, this one's a little bit of a longer one. This is on YouTube. Creep Caught is the name of the YouTube channel. Disturbing videos that will rip your mind to shreds. That sounds like fun. Enter If You Dare Volume 2. It says it's about an hour and a half. So I'm not sure I'm going to do the whole thing. If I don't, I'll do the second half in another video. But let's get into it. All right. I don't know, man. Some of these are playing tricks on my mind lately, but here we go.
What are you doing?
Okay, hang on. I already got spooked. This is probably not even the beginning. And I already got spooked by this picture right here. It's I don't know. I seen the kid. The kid's already creepy. Kids creep me out. And then I seen this in the corner. It just reminds me of the what was it? The 3 Men and a Baby. Remember the 3 Men and a Baby kid in the window? If you don't remember that one, I'll bring that up at the end of the video.
What are you doing?
What? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you.
Oh boy.
When you think of haunted places, a gym probably isn't the first place that comes to mind, but the video I'm about to describe might change that. The footage shows someone alone in a gym when something terrifying occurs. Emily Ruiz,
Wow,
who shared
he's
the video,
bucking.
said, "Words cannot explain this disturbing footage. The person in the video got the recording from the gym and shared it with a friend, whose voice we hear in the video. Here's what was captured."
Es que pasaron cosas muy extrañas, la madre, hasta una máquina se movió. Vea, mira, explíqueme eso, vea, dos cuerdas y yo qué vas a ver, mamá, y la otra quieta, o sea, no podemos decir que es
And
el
they're
aire
not
y
swinging
hay
in the same
ventilación
direction
y esas
either.
vainas. Y en plena luz del día, ¿quién dice que
They're
estas
doing
maricadas
this.
pasan en plena luz del día? No, mire, la luz.
And the light shuts off.
Mire. Mire.
What makes him run,
Ahí.
though?
Mira eso.
Uy, ¿eso qué pasó? ¿Por qué eso
Y
se
esa
mueve?
vaina es pesadísima, eso es pesadísimo.
¿Sí?
Sí, parece eso es una energía muy mala.
Oh,
Dios
dude.
mío, ¿qué le pasó?
What the?
No, Dios, no, eso no es normal.
Sí, yo sé
Eso
que-
no es normal, no.
Those who have seen
Dude
the
just
footage
leaves his
find
stuff?
it deeply unsettling. At the beginning of the video, you might miss that someone or something is peeking at the person in the gym. Interestingly, another camera captured this scene from a different angle, showing that the
Okay.
gym has open windows. Some might think the wind caused the ropes to sway, but if that were the case, lighter objects like a towel on a box should have moved as well.
Also,
Yet
they'd be
they
moving
didn't.
in the same
movement
direction.
of a medicine ball is also noted. Given its weight, a simple breeze couldn't move it. More perplexing is the scene where the person appears to be dragged across the floor. It looks like he's being pulled forcefully, which would be difficult to fake
Once again,
alone.
I have to rationalize. Really bad leg cramp, maybe? Hopefully?
There are also unexplained occurrences, like lights turning off. With these puzzling elements, I leave it to you to draw your own conclusions. What's your take on this footage?
I don't know. whenever I watch these, like I said, I have to rationalize. And when it comes to things like that, I have to think it's fake. Like the dude faked it, but that dude didn't look like he faked it. He really didn't. I don't know. Let's watch him get pulled again, because I understand that they could tie some kind of string around his leg to make that happen, but he seemed really surprised that it was going on.
Explained occurrences like lights turning off. With these puzzling elements, I leave it to you to draw your own conclusions. What's your take on this footage?
Hang on, back up.
What was captured?
Right, let's see when he first gets attacked here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he was not prepared for that. That was not a pratfall. I don't.
Eso no es normal, no.
Those who have seen the footage find it deeply unsettling. At the beginning of the video, you might miss that someone or something is peeking at the person in the gym. Interestingly, another camera captured this.
He's also putting his hands down like somebody trying to stop themselves, like not somebody going along with it. But you got to think fake. Like I said, you got to rationalize it, otherwise you go crazy.
Explained occurrences like lights turning off. With these puzzling elements, I leave it to you to draw your own conclusions. What's your take on this footage? Growing up, we've all heard rumors about our schools being haunted, but imagine if it turned out to be true.
I didn't.
It would be truly terrifying. In this instance,
I didn't. As a kid, if I thought my school was haunted, I just wouldn't go to school. It just wouldn't happen. There'd be social workers at the house, truant officers. It just would never happen. I would have to be homeschooled.
It's late at night, and two friends are hanging out in front of a school.
I mean, today, as an adult, maybe I'll enter a situation where someone tells me some place is haunted. But as a kid, there isn't a way. There's no way in hell. I couldn't even sleep with the lights off as a kid.
School when they witness something that scares them. Daniel Guy shared the following video, explaining, this video was taken by a friend who was visiting his old elementary school with another friend. They left quickly after what happened. Here's what they captured.
Is that thing, dude?
Dude, I'm actually freaking out.
I mean...
Dude, it gets more...
Just a kid, maybe?
That thing looks like it's looking right at us like this.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Look at it.
Is it moving? I can't. The camera's too shaky.
What the? Every time I move closer, it looks more and more like a figurine.
I mean, yeah.
I did not see that when we passed.
It's a giant precious moments, except not a precious moments, a horrible moments.
What? Dude, okay. You know, yeah.
There seems to be a small child standing outside at night, but there's something off about it. It's weird and unsettling to see a child alone so late. Even stranger, the child doesn't move at all. It's completely still. It might be a doll, which would be even creepier. Imagine seeing a life-size doll standing alone in the middle of the night. It's enough to send anyone running back home. But what do you think? Could this have been a life-size doll, or was it something else? It's up to you to decide. Tunnels often have a reputation for...
With things like that, I don't know if I would walk up and check it out. Like, I have to think there's a rational explanation for everything. And the only way to know that is to go investigate and find out. But there's two things. Number one, I don't want to find out that it's some kind of ghost or anything. Number two, I really don't want to deal with any kids
being haunted, largely because many have historical backgrounds such as being old war zones, sites of tragic events, or parts of neglected infrastructure. These historical elements can add to the sense of mystery and ghostly tales associated with them. The next video, uploaded by Steve Ballard, was filmed in the Grainford tunnels. These tunnels were initially constructed to protect the Thames from French naval threats and were used during both World Wars before being decommissioned in 1956. Given their extensive history, it's quite plausible that these tunnels could be haunted. The video is brief, so make sure to watch closely towards the back of the tunnel.
Breakthrough down here.
Oh, God. I hate these videos because the camera and the light never stay still enough for me to focus on anything. And I'm looking for the back of the tunnel.
As Steve moves his flashlight around,
Did I not see
highlighting
it?
the details of the brick wall, he captures something unexpected.
What?
Shadow figure.
Okay.
Grain fault. It'll show itself just there.
Oh, that's a reflection. Come on, man.
This should be played about half speed.
It's a reflection.
Now watch. Now.
Oh, never mind.
See it?
Yeah.
In the darkest part of the tunnel, a shadowy figure walks past Steve. The figure is tall, about the size of an average man, and might be wearing bulky clothing or a backpack. Could this be the ghost of a soldier from one of the World Wars? As Steve shines the flashlight towards the figure, it disappears. It must be pretty frightening to come across something like this deep in the tunnels. What do you think? Could this be a genuine paranormal encounter? These creepy clips come from the TikTok account Original Smith 489. Original Smith says his house is haunted and has posted several unsettling videos. In the following clips, you'll see Original Smith relaxing at home when he hears a noise in his living room.
I can't help it. The camera movement and everything, just, I'm waiting for something to happen. So in these videos, you creep yourself out more than whatever it is that's supposed to creep you out. And just him panning across, like, I think they were hanging jackets. I think I'm seeing a figure, and I'm... I think we do this mostly to ourselves. Once again, rationalization. Here we go.
He grabs his phone, starts recording, and goes to check it out.
Okay, book fell. I seen that. See, once again, as soon as he passes the jackets... Yeah. But stop looking at the jackets.
Smith hears strange noises coming from the living
I just found out something about myself. I have a phobia of jackets.
room, but there's nothing to see. Then, out of nowhere, a book flies off a shelf by itself. Freaked out, Original Smith leaves the room. But that's not the only creepy thing that happened there.
No. Okay, Paddington. What's going on, buddy?
Original Smith goes back into the living room. It's quiet at first, but then the bear on the chair starts moving on its own. The bear sits up, tilts, and eventually falls over. But that's not the end of the weird happenings.
No, there's more. And this dude's still going. Come in. Never mind, don't come in. Okay.
Loud knocking and banging sounds come from the basement door. The noise gets louder as Original Smith approaches, but when he opens the door, no one is there. He checks downstairs and finds nothing. As he heads back upstairs, the rocking chair is seen rocking back and forth on its own. If you were yelling at him not to open the door, brace yourself for what's next.
Oh no. What's next? I'm actually freaking out right now. Okay. That's what was next. Okay, I thought we were gonna actually see something.
Loud banging sounds echo from Original Smith's basement door once more. This time, he decides to ignore it and walks away. As he turns, the door
and he
unlatches
shows the lock.
and swings open
Yeah.
by itself. It seems like something is trying to get him to go downstairs. In the next clip, he mentions that he started hearing his name being called
He's
while
still
he was alone
going?
at home and decides to investigate.
Those jackets again.
Sake. I'm sick of it now.
You don't have to be sick of it, dude. You can just leave.
Original Smith
don't have to
inspects the
stay.
downstairs area of his home, but doesn't notice anything unusual. However, he soon hears a banging noise. When he returns to the kitchen, he finds one of the dining chairs on top of the table with a bear balanced on it.
Look, I hear stuff in my house all the time. I can rationalize all of it. If something like that happened, I wouldn't be able to rationalize it, and I would need to leave. I would be in a motel room that very second. But these people stay and they record. This thing, look, if this is real, if this isn't somehow set up by this guy, and I got to tell you, because I rationalize all these, I always have to think that these things are set up. Like, I find it a little suspicious that he first focused on the latch on the door and then turned away and then came back and the door was open. In other words, letting everybody know it was latched. So, as if he knew what was going to happen, things like that. And I'm also looking at this thinking I see a face. Yeah.
The fridge door, several drawers, and cupboards are all wide open. The activity doesn't end there. In the next clip, Original Smith appears to have caught whatever is haunting his home on camera. Pay close attention.
All morning. I'll just sit here and record it for a minute.
Do not jump scare me right now, bud. Who is it? How is he not wetting himself? We're gonna open the door. More jackets.
Original Smith records loud banging, scraping, and knocking sounds coming from his basement door. The handle is seen moving up and down. He goes to check but finds no one on the other side. When he heads downstairs, everything looks normal at first. However, did you spot it? As Original Smith turns to go back upstairs, a mysterious shadowy figure appears in the middle of the room, accompanied by a strange growling noise. TikTok viewers are spooked by these videos, with many believing
even
his
in the
home
slow
is
motion I
haunted
can
by a
barely see it.
poltergeist. What do you think? Did Original Smith capture real paranormal activity in his house? This video comes from the channel
he either faked it
Paranormal
or it's real. And if it's real, he would have left. So that's how I'm going to sleep tonight. That's what I'm going to believe.
Explorers who went to investigate the supposedly haunted Hill House farm. They explain, while checking the English heritage listing, I found an entry for the 17th to 18th century gate pier at Hill House Farm in Blythe. I hadn't noticed it before, even though I must have passed by it many times. It's not easy to see from the road. Hill House Farm is unusual, with old farm buildings around modern beach leisure facilities. Let's see what they found that night.
I hear a scream up here. Careful with the floors, Dean. I'm not going any further than here. Because of the floors. In there. It's proper bad. There's loads of stuff left.
The second dude coming in, I thought was something. What are we looking at?
I've got such a bad feeling standing here, mate.
Yeah. Focus the camera, though.
At this point, they record something they think might be paranormal.
What? Oh. It's one of those tall alien things. Why are we frozen right now?
But they caught more than just that. They decided to go further into the building.
Right now, wants to communicate.
What, man?
Space Raiders.
What, that shadow? No.
Did you catch that? Let's take another look. They captured what looks like a shadowy figure on camera. What do you think? Is this a genuine paranormal sighting, or could it be something else? This next eerie video comes from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown.
I don't know. It's just a shadow. It could have been anything.
In it, Alex uses the Randonautica app, known for guiding users to unsettling locations. Alone, Alex tries out the app and ends up regretting it quickly.
You can't really see, guys, but that is where the location is. Is in here. How spooky that looks, guys. Okay, guys, I'm literally walking up to it now.
I do like this compilation because a lot of compilations, they just like kind of get right to whatever it is. And this one is making you watch a bunch of stuff, get yourself freaked out, let you freak yourself out, give you enough rope to hang yourself with, and then you see something.
I'm not sure if you see that from there.
No, we can't see anything. Thanks.
Man.
What? Boom. What was that?
It's a legit crypt.
What?
Oh, mate. Church bells are going.
My monitor is too dark. And the brightness is all the way up, too.
I don't want to go in there, guys. Keep hearing talking.
Was that a lady screaming in the background?
I swear I heard someone scream.
Yeah, me too. Can we get some night vision going?
I don't want to go too far, guys.
You've already gone too far. You've already gone further than I would.
But it's saying for me to stay is the pin is in this location I am now. It's just freezing cold. I'm sure I had a scream. You just feel like you're being watched. It's spooky place.
You are being watched at this moment.
I'm pretty sure I had a scream. I was in the car, I'd knock on the door. What? What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
Well, point the light back at it. Oh, shit. Yeah, time to go. Time
as
to
soon
go.
as Alex arrives at his Randonautica location, he feels uneasy. He soon finds himself at a crypt in an old graveyard. As he approaches, church bells ring and eerie screaming noises seem to come from the darkness, even though he's alone. Later, Alex spots a strange white object in the bushes and zooms in, revealing what looks like a pale face with black eyes staring directly at him. Terrified, Alex runs away. What do you think? Did Alex capture something paranormal at the graveyard?
White piece of paper with two
Who or
leaves.
what was staring at him from
a
the
white,
shadows?
A white piece of
Share
paper
your
with
thoughts
two
in the
leaves
comments.
for eyes is
A man
what I'm
named
thinking. That's
Pablo,
my rationalization on that
along with his
one.
dog Draco, decided to explore some remote mountains in Cordoba, Argentina. During their adventure, they stumbled upon an abandoned church. Despite feeling an ominous aura emanating from the building, they chose to enter. Later, they returned at night, and this time, Draco was visibly more frightened.
Subiremos. ¡Draco!
Why are you stomping your feet, bud?
Draco, vení. Hey, vení. Vamos. No quiere entrar. Draco,
Yeah.
vamos.
That's because dogs aren't as dumb as you are.
Porque siempre me ha acompañado. Voy a tratar de seguir, y si realmente él no quiere avanzar, yo no creo que quiera seguir haciéndolo. ¿Y ese ruido? Draco, vení. Ahí ven como no quiere entrar, se aleja.
The dog's like, no, I'm good. I'm good over here.
Realmente
You
me
have fun.
siento un poco nervioso, debería decirlo.
Oh, Jesus.
Vení, Draco, vení.
Thanks, dog.
Draco.
Thanks for the spook. I thought you weren't coming in, bud.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué no querés estar acá? Vení. ¿Qué hay? Draco.
I didn't show it visibly very much there, but that did jump scare me for a second, the dog entering the room. I always find it funny when we jump scare as people. It just reminds me of a cat, like hearing a noise and just jumping out of its skin. It's funny that we do that.
Muchos dijeron peligro de derrumbe, pero está pasando otra vez. Esto, mira, estoy zapateando. Peligro de derrumbe no hay.
I mean,
Draco, vení. Desapareció. Draco. Draco.
I don't know that I walk into an abandoned place and start stomping my feet. Like he said, you don't know what it's no danger of collapsing. How do you know? Are you an architect? Like, what are you talking about?
Found out that the church has been abandoned for over 130 years, and its remote location suggests it might have a significant history, possibly explaining the negative energy they felt. As shown, Draco is even more terrified to enter the church at night. Could it be that he sensed something evil inside the building? What do you think? Haunted Forest Monsters posted a clip from his mom's workplace security camera. They had been watching the camera closely because of some strange sightings reported in the building and nearby parking lots. The footage was recorded on a dark, rainy night with no cars or people around, but something still moved. Here's what the security camera caught.
Yeah, I see it. I think I see it. Or is that just a raindrop?
It comes from up there. Up there. See? It's right there.
What? No, I don't see. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw earlier.
Yo, what the?
Just taking a stroll. Just taking a stroll. No big deal. All right, I'm a ghost Ghosts have feelings too. Leave me alone. Just walking. Need my fresh air.
Oh, just disappears. I know I see it.
If you start hearing the predator noise and you get 3 dots on your chest, you're done.
Did you lose it?
In the middle of the parking lot, a ghostly shadow suddenly appears in the rain. The figure starts walking to the right, and you can almost see what looks like legs, giving it a human shape. Since the parking lot is empty, it can't be a reflection or shadow of anything. The camera follows the figure as it moves across the lot and then disappears. This sighting is unusual. The way the figure moves makes it seem more like a spirit than just a water drop or smudge on the lens. What do you think about this? In the Philippines, a couple moved in.
Some of these things I think are real and just unexplained. Like, that could be some kind of trick of the light. I know they said it's not a water drop, but it could be a water drop on the window and the way the light is hitting it and reflecting on the camera. I don't know. But real in a sense that, you know, it's explainable.
Into an apartment and soon regretted it. Shortly after settling in, they noticed their dog barking at the front door when no one was there. When the woman was home alone, she would hear knocking as if someone wanted to come in. It didn't stop there.
Just to add, like I said, my dog used to bark at nothing. And one of the things I used to do is like try to distract it. Like, you know, you just poke the dog. And if the dog looks at you like, why did you just poke me? Then it's fine. It's just barking at nothing. But if you poke your dog or if you try to distract it and the dog just stays focused, that's when you should worry. That's when you know something's actually there.
She also heard voices in the hallway, but whenever she checked through the peephole, there was no one there. On their floor, there was another apartment that had been empty for a long time, and no one knew why. They were the only residents on that floor, so the noises were a mystery. One night, she heard a little girl's voice in the hallway and saw her door handle shaking violently, as if someone was trying to get in. Seconds later, there was shouting, but she saw no one when she looked out. Frightened and puzzled, she decided to record what was happening. Here's what she captured.
That sounds like a kid's voice. It's got to be actual people, right?
After several restless nights due to the eerie sounds, one late night while trying to sleep, she is jolted awake by a loud noise right outside her door. Terrified, she quickly gets out of bed and starts recording. What she captures is truly horrifying.
Oh, God.
She hears what sounds like a woman and a child screaming in torment, accompanied by banging on the hallway walls. Alarmed, she quickly alerts her husband and the apartment complex's security, urging them to watch the video to understand what's happening. When she shows the footage to the security guard, he starts to tremble and reveals that exactly 12 years ago, a woman and her 7-year-old daughter were tragically killed in the vacant apartment on their floor. The main suspect was the father, who allegedly murdered them and then fled, remaining at large to this day. This is why the apartment has been unoccupied for so long. Many believe that the spirits of the girl and her mother are trapped in the apartment, doomed to relive their tragic end until the perpetrator is brought to justice. Only then might they find peace.
Okay. All right. We're going to stop it there because I was just reminded of the 3 Men and a Baby video. So I remember watching it. So the story behind that, the story behind what video we just watched reminds me of that, because the story was that this was filmed in an apartment, and the studio rented the apartment from a woman whose son had died by falling out a window or jumping out the window or whatever. And when the camera pans, you see the kid standing in the window. That's the story. I think it's been debunked and all kinds of stuff. However, at 12 years old or 13, me and my friends heard about this story, so we rented the movie and got to see this. Now, at 12, I was getting a little old to be scared of this kind of stuff, but I still was, and it freaked me out, especially because the drapes, like the window dressing in the video, looked exactly like the window dressing in my parents' house at the time. So I watched it, me and my friends laughed, ha ha ha, ghost, yeah, funny, and then everybody went their separate ways, and I got to be in my house alone. Anyway, let's pull up the video first before I go into this. Okay, here it is.
Look, there. Isn't she beautiful?
Okay, so first thing I want to point out, let's back up, because I noticed this, I rewatched this several times. This is the window, okay? When they don't show the beginning part of this because they pan across this window before this moment, and there's nothing here. It's blank. This little goopy shadow thing that you see over here doesn't exist when they first pan. Okay? Right there. That doesn't exist. It's just a blank window. So this smoke stuff starts to come up, whatever. By the way, they don't, if you don't know, if you've never seen the movie, they don't address it in the movie. It's just a family movie about 3 bachelors who end up with a baby. So nobody points it out, but this pops up, or people notice this once it hit the theaters, or maybe after it hit the video store. I don't know.
Isn't she beautiful?
I'm going to get copyrighted for this scene. I'm going to have to cut this part out. I guess I'll just talk over it. But when they pan back, you're going to see the ghost of the child. Here it is. Boom. Right there. Now, it looks like a cardboard cutout, and probably is. However, at 12 years old, when I first seen this, like I said, it freaked me out. My parents' window had drapes, I guess you call them, that look just like that. The window looked similar, and after my friends, we watched it at my house, and after my friends left, I was left in the house looking at the window or passing by the window, and I freaked myself the hell out.
For a moment there, I had her.
Now, what I love about that scene, if it's a hoax, and it probably is, what I love about it is the camera pans across the window. Like, I think when he gets up to meet the mother at the door, it pans across the window. Then he takes the mother into the room, it pans across again, and you see like whatever that black goop was that looks like smoke rising, and then they pan across again, and the kid's in the window, which is great. It's a great way to do it. Or it's a ghost.
Laughing.
Yeah, just like me, huh?
All right. Are they going to do any more? A closer look. Here we go.
Look, there.
Yep. Cardboard cutout. Yep. But why wouldn't you see the face? Oh, okay. Exactly. It looks like a ghost. A ghost. It looks like smoke.
Look at the way she...
And then there he is. Now, I will say this. I was debating on whether or not to bring this up to keep the lore going or not, but I did recently see an interview with Ted Danson and Tom Selleck, and they discussed this, and they don't know anything about it. They don't remember the cardboard cutout being there. They don't remember any of this stuff. So if it was a cardboard cutout, they were not aware of it whatsoever. And Ted Danson, the one who's in the scene, was not aware of it. So I don't know if it was added in later or whatever, but they did debunk the storyline, which is that they rented a building or an apartment in a building, and the story was that the kid had died a year earlier or something by falling out of that specific window. And how they debunked that how they debunked that is this was filmed on a soundstage. So that's impossible. At least the story is impossible. But there you have it. And that freaked me out for a long time as a kid. After I seen that, like I said, I had to pass by my parents' window in their living room, and the drapes just looked just like that. And every time, out of the corner of my eye, I thought I seen the kid there, and it freaked me out. And if ever I was home alone, I avoided that room. At 12 years old, I'm too old for that. Anyway, all right, I had to share that because a couple of these videos we just watched reminded me of that story. I can rationalize this stuff all day, but when I am alone in my house, I'm going to be freaked out just thinking about this stuff. So that's fun. All right, like and subscribe. If you know of any good videos, if you know of any good ghost compilations, whatever you want me to watch, doesn't have to be ghost compilations, horror and animated shorts, horror shorts, whatever. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.